Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union,
by Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide, Jim Karras Chevrolet with George Gully, for Memphis Magazine, the Live at the Garden concert series, and the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis, and by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, family owned and operated for more than 40 years. And brought to you by High-Low Commercial Services, owned by the cleanest man in the world, and by Walker Auctions, LLC. When it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel, with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome into world-famous Lansky's inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel. And our guest today, Marvin Stockwell, is also world-famous, in Memphis anyway, but he's getting ready to be famous as well as his creation. He is the founding partner in what is going to be a huge tourist attraction in Memphis, Tennessee.
We think so.
Nothing else like it anywhere. Except Hollywood. I think we might come close with some movies that have been made in Hollywood, but it's what is now, or was, Mud Island, still is Mud Island, and the old Mud Island Museum, which is 30,000 square feet, and now it's, say the name again.
Baron Von Opperbean and the River of Time.
Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Who came up with the name of it?
Sure. So, actually, I came up with the name of it, but the guy who came up with the concept for it was Christopher Reyes, my longtime friend, and he had a successful pop-up Bevo in 2020 called Baron Von Opperbean's Quadrant 360, and that was in the old. It was in Midtown at Off the Wall Arts. And so he had a successful run with his pop-up, so he was right to ask himself the question, gosh, where can I take this idea next, right? And so his idea was, I'm going to put it in the Mid-South Coliseum. Wait a minute, who do I know that knows a lot about the Mid-South Coliseum?
Marvin Stockwell.
So being a co-founder of the Coliseum Coalition and doing a lot of work on the Coliseum, he was right to turn to me, and we started talking about the Coliseum. And indeed, I got Christopher inside the Coliseum, and he took some measurements and came up with some maps and some drawings, et cetera. Now, ultimately, especially now that I've got a lot of hindsight on it, I realized to go from a 2,000 square foot pop-up to the Mid-South Coliseum is probably too big of a jump to make. But I tell you what, when we got the opportunity to go look at the old Mississippi River Museum on Mud Island, 33,000 square feet, that's still a jump, but I think it's a jump we can make.
Well, and it also was set up better. You just had a huge open space at the Coliseum, and plus the halls around it and dressing rooms, that kind of stuff.
The concourse,
But this had all the particulars you wanted, different rooms, different scenes. And you really incorporated all of it in to this world tour experience that is really going to be like you're in a movie.
It really is. It's like you're dropped into your favorite movie, and but it's nonlinear storytelling, right? So it's like you've got to figure out what it is you have to figure out. And it's right. The space itself was almost a co-creator. Yes, Christopher he already had an idea for a kind of flowing cosmic river theme. And then all of a sudden we were building inside a former river museum that has 2 giant boat replicas in it. So like the 2 ideas the idea he already had percolating inside his head and what we were given access to, really, it was a beautiful marriage.
Here's some slides we have of inside there as it developed. In fact, everybody's wearing masks, so you know how long ago these pictures were taken. But it is every room is different from what it was before. Even the rooms that you'll recognize things like the riverboat, and inside the riverboat, and then the deck with the big cannons. All of that you've incorporated into it. So you go back in time, then you go forward in time.
It's like dimensional travel, more so. It's like different worlds that you can travel back and forth between. Some of these pictures that I'm seeing are actually pictures from the pop-up in 2020.
Okay.
But a lot of the similar portal gate and projection mapping technology we're using in the current installation. For sure.
You have a lot of volunteers. I got to meet them when I took a tour last year about that.
Yeah.
Really great people. And these people were not getting paid. They were coming there, putting in 10, 12-hour days. Whatever you guys asked of them to do, they did.
Right. In the early days, we relied more heavily on volunteers. We still have some people who come in and volunteer and help us. But we're a for-profit company, and so once we got investment, we have built up a workforce of paid employees as well. So, I mean, it's getting hard to park out there, Earl. I mean, there's so many. I mean, and I'm not even joking. When I left to come over here, there were probably upwards of 30 people working in the space.
Wow.
So, and you just saws going on and people hammering things and nailing things, people installing flat screen TVs. Painting things.
It has got to be very gratifying for you and your other founding members to actually see this about to open, which it opens May 1st.
Yeah.
You had a setback. You had a leak there in the building. It set you back some, but it didn't stop you.
Not long, honestly. Yeah.
And you could always use a couple extra days. I don't care what you're opening a restaurant or anything else.
That's true.
There are things you said, well, that's not in yet, so this will give us a chance to get that in.
Everything takes longer than you think it's going to take. But no, back to your other question. It is very gratifying, and Christopher and Ruben and Catherine and I, us four co-founders, have definitely taken the opportunity to kind of think back to those days. I was joking with you before we went on about when we were just four co-founders in a dusty old museum and a PowerPoint, and we sold the dream with that. Now that we've got investors and some backing from Memphis Tourism, from the Downtown Memphis Commission, now that the city's putting a roof on our building and committing to fix our escalators, we have our sails are full. There's wind at our back, and like I said, we're really building it out. I'd say maybe 6-8 months ago, we finally no longer needed the PowerPoint to show people because we're like, it's kind of built out enough.
Just come see it.
Yeah, just come see it. And we've kind of been in that phase for a while.
Because a concept like that, trying to explain to somebody, you really have to just go see it. And that's going to be the way it is with when your guests start coming in on the 1st, which you've had some test audiences, a grade school you brought in.
Yeah, we had 45 rambunctious boys, 4th grade boys from Presbyterian Day School come in.
Perfect to explore this new thing.
Did just stress test the place, and they loved it. They also showed us how their creativity could work themselves into some places. We thought they needed a bigger. There's a place you can obviously enter a certain area, but they found an alternate means into that area. But no, it is a real pleasure to see the place come online. You know, in the past, we had to really do our best to compare it to the two closest comparable experiences. A lot of people point out, oh, you guys are similar to Meow Wolf, the kind of immersive experience that's come out of nowhere and become $1 billion company over the last 10 years. They're in 5 cities. Our current CEO, G. Von Knight, was their marketing director when she lived in Santa Fe.
Who we had on the show when she first came on.
Yeah, so... and the other comparable experience is the City Museum in St. Louis. If listeners have been to that experience, it's more like your immersive playground. But still, neither of those two experiences gets at exactly what we're producing, because I would argue that we're creating something that's like, yes, it's a blend of those two, but then you add a deeper, richer storytelling, deeper, richer character development, and it's almost like you're walking around an open world video game, except you're in a real space and you can do things, manipulate things, solve puzzles, learn about the world you're exploring. It's exciting.
And it'll never be the same if you go today and you come back in a month. It will have changed.
That's right. It's ever evolving, and we're building Bevo in phases. We're opening up our first 8,000 square feet on May 1st. we plan to open our next 10,000 square feet by the end of this year. And then all of next year, the heaviest financial lift on us is going to be phase 3, redeveloping those boats. Those boats and the amount of tech that we have in mind to redevelop those is going to be no small doing.
Well, and the great thing about it is you have a lot of people that really have hands-on experience, and you describe a dream, they can make it happen. That's why I say it's like Hollywood.
It really is, and it's not unlike making a movie. And Christopher, our founding visionary, he's a filmmaker, so he thinks in those terms. It's very much a cinematic universe that you've been dropped in the middle of, and then you're allowed to explore. Kind of like a good analogy here is like some people like to, if they're going to plan a trip to London, they're going to read all the primers of it. Here's what you ought to do in London. But some people, when they travel to another city, they just want to let the city reveal itself to them and see what they find.
Walk
right?
around and see what's
That's
there.
kind of what you're going to do with Bevo. Is you're kind of just dropped in this cinematic universe, and you've got to kind of figure out this crazy world that you've been dropped into.
And I like it. The acronym for it is Bevo, because that was the mascot of the University of Texas is Bevo.
Is that right?
Yeah, the big longhorn.
Oh, right.
Bevo,
Oh, gotcha.
which was branded by A&M. They beat them 10-7.
fun.
So how they changed the brand, and instead of 10-7, it was Bevo. So
that's funny.
And so that's been his name ever since. Of course, originally
Interesting.
been long gone, but so people will be familiar with that. When you say Bevo, they'll go, "Oh, okay, I've heard of that." So. The people that have came out early and then have come back now that it's almost ready to open, what has been their reaction to it? Because, I mean, the mayors, everybody, you gave tours to Kevin Kane.
Yep. No, so Mayor Young came out in the kind of sweaty days where HVAC wasn't working, and it's like, and he kept his coat on the whole time, but he was pretty warm by the time he left, and he's been back more recently. And he's been incredibly supportive from the jump. And we like to hat tip to the mayor because he's the first person who told Christopher, "Have you thought about Mud Island?" You know, he was the head of the Downtown Memphis Commission, and Christopher was interested in getting into the Coliseum. And Paul said, "Have you thought about Mud Island?" And now it's kind of like we get to be like, "Paul, Mayor, you were right."
Well, the good thing about it, he was thinking about Mud Island, because a lot of times over the years we've all thought nobody's ever going to go there again. And how do we get people want to bring the amphitheater back?
Yep.
They want to get the trams working again, because I had somebody yesterday saying that Tom Cruise movie,
The Firm.
The Firm. I mean, that sold Memphis to a lot of people. It continues to do that. And they were featured there. And then, of course, my idea is putting a Ferris wheel out on the tip of Mud Island to bring people in. You see that crossing the river all lit up at night? I mean, I think you're going to be the catalyst for a lot of things coming there. Just getting people to go back over there.
I think that's right. And, one of the kind of lovely surprises is exactly how much traffic still goes to Mud Island.
And there's nothing there except for a restaurant. There's a restaurant there.
That's true. Our friends at Mahogany, an excellent restaurant. Go visit Mahogany. But people are out there. First of all, it's still a lovely park.
Yeah.
Lots of people still walk the Riverwalk, read the signs. Joggers, bikers, they come out there. And a lot of people make the trek out there to get their photo in front of the Memphis sign.
Yes.
But especially when I talk to tourists, and I encounter a lot of tourists from outside the country, they look around and they go, "This place is great, but where is everything? Where can I get a coffee, a beer, a shave ice, a meal?"
Use the restroom.
Use the restroom. So it is too great of a civic asset to let it not be its best. It is an incredible park. It's got an incredible view of downtown skyline.
Yep.
It's got a beautiful view of the river. It is. We're concentrated on our 33,000 square feet that we're redeveloping, but don't think that we're not thinking about the rest of the 52 acres and what it might become. We think we absolutely can be the catalyst. We won't be able to do it ourselves. We'll need to have others come around us at a broader civic table.
But that's where the entrepreneurs come. Is you showed them the way, and it could be done, and you could attract outside funds, and they see that they'll walk and they'll see something that you don't see, and you go, "Hey, that would be great," because it is about the synergy that's created. You started it. You got mahogany there. You got the marina there. Somebody else is going to look at that and see something else and go, what about this?
Right. So we encourage that conversation. Those conversations are already happening informally. And I think a lot of people are just, they're waiting to see exactly. I think a lot of people are like, let's see if they can do it.
Yeah.
And I just think that we need to put the first 7 points on the board so that people can say, I mean, quite frankly, there was a lot of civic doubt. They're like, well, okay, well, it's great that politicians are talking nicely about you, but I always knew that Paul really meant it. I've known Mayor Young for years, but I mean now it's irrefutable. I mean those workers are putting that roof on our building. There's no disguising that.
It is happening.
It is happening.
Which is, how many people have you known over the years say, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to do a TV show, and they never do it. They just talk about it. You made this happen.
Well, I will say this. I got to give credit. Christopher Reyes, our founding visionary, is one of the most implacable, determined, hardworking, resolute guys. And it is really, that is the primary engine that's driving this. Now, he's drawn to himself Catherine Hicks, who is very much this brilliant, I mean, if Christopher is more of your kind of physical build guy and overarching visionary, Catherine Hicks has taken the idea to the moon and back visually, digitally. She's our digital artist that's designed our kind of green dragon ship undersea voyage in Unreal Engine. So if you've ever seen The Mandalorian or if you saw the most recent Superman movie, all those backgrounds are done in Unreal Engine. So we've got this incredible person, co-founder Catherine Hicks, who's done all of our digital stuff. So it's been Christopher primarily, but he's drawn to himself. Yeah, his old buddy Marv, who can help get the word out. But Reuben Brunson, and now G-Von Knight is she's the fifth Power Ranger.
Yeah, they're calling it Bevo. We're going to take you on a little tour, a video tour, and I think you're really going to be impressed. We showed you slides earlier, but you got to really go in there and look at it, and it's nothing compared to what it's going to be like when you actually go there on May the 1st. We're going to take a break, hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back and show you the inside.
Hi, this is Dawn Grader, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union at our new headquarters here in Collierville, Tennessee, off by Hellier Road. We are the proud presenting sponsor of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show and are looking forward to a great 2026 where some of the shows will be hosted from our new headquarters location here in Collierville.
Hello, Memphis Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today, and we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carrey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25, and I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching Earl and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright.
And I'm his son, Mickey.
And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis, or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
Hospitals ask him for advice. Janitors ask him for autographs. He once cleaned a mirror so well it became a window. He once cleaned a subway pole, and crime dropped 40%. He has never once read the instructions on a bottle of shampoo. The shampoo already knows what to do. Even bleach thinks he overdoes it a little. Soap companies use him as the control group. Even his shadow practices good hygiene. He once cleaned a public restroom. Now it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. His laundry detergent contains 0% chemicals, just a photo of him on the bottle. He once coughed in a hospital, and everyone got healthier. The CDC occasionally calls him for backup. The 5-second rule doesn't apply around him. He organized a junk drawer so well, it's now a museum. He is the cleanest man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, even the ice cubes feel disinfected.
I'm Lance Walker, fast talker. This is Eric Walker, and we're auctioneers and realtors with Walker Auctions, based here in Memphis, Tennessee. We help people sell assets. We can sell your house. We can sell your land. We can sell the contents of your house. We can even sell things like your four-wheeler. We can sell your mule, your pickup. We can sell your trailer because we sell a lot of equipment. If you've got a business to liquidate, we can help you do that as well. Go to our website at walkerauctions.com. Or if you want to, give us a call, 901-493-1936. And remember, when it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around.
Walker Auctions. Check them out. They do amazing things. They sell houses, estate sales, things that you think, I'll just go put a price tag on something, and you have no idea how much money you're really leaving on the table by going with an auction. So check them out. Back here, Marvin Stockwell. He's one of the founders of Bevo, and which is an immersive. Well, we've told him about.
Yeah.
Let's just show him. Go
Let's show him.
Straight to the video.
What we're doing is top secret right now, but eventually you'll know. We're turning 33,000 square feet of Mud Island into an immersive playground and interactive experience with a Baron Von Opperbean story. Bevo is a place where you can run, jump, climb, crawl, teleport to alternate universes. In its simplest form, Bevo is a playground with gaming, original stories, interactive attractions, and mashing it all together. Doctor Who meets Indiana Jones in a Willy Wonka world of magic, science, and the multiverse. That's what Bevo is. Immersive experiences require a lot of different elements. You know, music, film, art, storytelling. I think that's where Bevo has really captured the play experience. So in 2020, we opened Baron Von Opperbean's Exploratorium of Magic, Science, and the Multiverse. The story was Quadrant 360. We opened it for a limited run of 2 months. We put 4,000 people through the experience. We sold out in 2 days. People are looking for experiences. That's what Quadrant 360 was for. It was a prototype. And I wanted to prove that an immersive experience could work in Memphis. You know, we're building a fantastical playground. It's for my kids. It's for your kids. It's for families. We shouldn't have to drive 5-10 hours away to have a memorable family experience. It's something that Memphis deeply needs, and I think that this will be a great thing for our community. I mean, ultimately, this is a massive undertaking. We've got filmmakers, we've got spatial audio people, augmented reality, actors, an immersive playground and interactive elements, story that all goes into this. It's huge. So many people have fond memories of Mud Island. It truly is an amazing space. We're going to honor the hard work of the people that came before us who built the space. We certainly wanted to reuse a lot of the elements that were existing. We want to take it and make it extraordinary. The immersive entertainment industry is exploding across the world. There's Meow Wolf, City Museum, Other Worlds, Seismic, Hopscotch, Wake the Tiger. Memphis could be a part of that industry. We have the talent. We have the expertise. We have community support. We need capital, and we need investors to truly make something that's unique to Memphis, unique to our community, and to create a destination that will transform the city. I want my daughters to have these kinds of experiences before they grow up, without having to leave Memphis, without having to drive hours away. Let's make something that's authentically Memphis and put Memphis on the experiential map. Mud Island's an incredible civic asset that we're going to bring back to life.
Tell you, it makes me want to go. And the thing about it is, the look of Mud Island fits right into what you're doing, because it doesn't look like anything else you've ever seen.
That's really true. And, you know, watching that video, I remember when we shot that. You know, we had a professional, you know, shoot with all the lights and stuff. And I was the guy that was like standing there asking Chris the questions so he would, you know, focus on me. So I remember that day. And watching this video, and that was our kind of foundational video that we pushed out in June of, maybe earlier than that, but early in 24. And when I look at that, I think to myself, that really is the vision we've been chasing ever since. And I'm also struck by the fact that I'm not unique in calling Christopher Reyes a visionary, but I mean, he casts a really big vision. He has a huge idea, and it has taken real resource, and as in not just investor money and not just support from Memphis Tourism and the Downtown Memphis Commission and the city, but also to gather the right team around him. And so he gathered a team of us co-founders, and now we've just grown that team ever since. And it's just a real honor to be part of that team that's helped bring his vision to fruition. It really is. He's incredible. How does all this work? I mean, you're going to open on May the 1st. May 1st. Do you buy tickets in advance? Is that the tickets are on sale right now at bevoexp.com. And how much will a ticket be for a child or adult? Or $20 for everybody. $20. Which is we have a group discount if somebody wants to buy a giant block and take their youth group. It's like $18 for a ticket. You're accommodating to that, being able to take a large group or just individuals or family? Yeah, we do sell the tickets online in time increments of like 30 minutes, because what we don't want to do is have the peak times be so crowded that you're not moving. The problem with theme parks is you got to stand in line forever, and it breaks the immersion. What we want to do is when somebody pays to get into Bevo, we want to drop them into that world and then have them free to explore, but not be so cramped with other people that it kind of breaks the immersion. Sure, it'd be like if you go through the corn maze out at the Agro Center. If there's too many people, it comes to a grinding halt, and you really lose the experience. Yeah. So they'll be released in time increments. That's right. And we have certain elements within the experience that also serve to kind of pulse people through, like the Green Dragon ship experience that I mentioned. It's one of those rooms where you're going to want to stay in there for a while and figure out its various features. And there are a couple of secret, like, hidden passages. I won't tell you where they are here on air, Earl. You'll have to find them yourself. There you go. But it's a room that invites exploration before you decide to, like, It's the one where this kind of undersea voyage that surrounds you, and you're like, so it takes a while, and then you disembark from that room. I mean, obviously, you're going to have your speed run people who just want to go race through it, I guess. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you're going to have the people who really want to relish every moment and press every button.
Yeah. What you'll find is that, at least I did, was the great craftsmanship they built that museum with. Those boats, are like real boats.
Chris mentions it in the video, but I just want to echo this. We pay honor to them. Like what we are building, a lot of that was already built, and the craftsmanship on that place. Like I just have a profound respect for those craftspeople because, in a sense, they are co-creators. That work is not going for nothing, right? I mean, it's like we want to honor it by repurposing it and making it something else that'll entertain, families.
Well, I think that's what's great about it. And he mentioned it in the film that people have such great memories. I mean, we were there for the pyramid when they did the shovel drop.
I remember.
We were there when they lit the bridge, and so it's a very historical place in Memphis, and it reflects Memphis. And I just think that sometimes its time comes when it comes, and that's now. Yeah. And I think it's going to launch a lot of other great things for Mud Island and downtown, and making this a real destination for people from all over this part of the country and further. Look how many people come into Lansky's from all over the world.
Sure.
They're here all the time.
People still come to Mud Island, and I think if you give them more reasons to be on Mud Island, they'll come in greater numbers. I know that to be true. 7th grade Marvin was there on opening weekend with his family, and my mom tried to say, "Look, don't get in the river walk."
That's exactly what it was for.
Guess who got in the river walk anyway?
Well, that's what it was for. All the way to the to the Gulf of Mexico.
Yep.
I was there too. I remember Channel 3. We had cameras all over the place, went live, and had a ball doing it. And
we found those archival photos of the camera crews on the Riverwalk. Maybe you're in that photo, Earl.
I would be the young guy.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Back in the day. Yeah, absolutely.
Marvin Stockwell, we'll be back in touch right before the thing opens. We'll give any updates we need to. But
sounds good.
Good luck to you, and the real work is now going to begin, because how do we take this to the next level? Which you've got 3 levels you're going for.
That's right. We got no shortage of stuff to build, Earl.
Well, get back and do it, and congratulations.
We'll Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Earl.
You're sure welcome. That is our show today. We're going to head over to the Botanic Gardens. They're getting ready to announce this year's lineup for Live at the Garden. And we'll tell you who that is as soon as we find out. So be looking for that on Facebook, my Facebook page. And next time we'll be back here, and we'll try to have the folks on from Live at the Garden to talk about all the great acts that will be coming this summer. That's our show. We'll see you next time.